Host is directed by Rob Savage and stars Haley Bishop, Gemma Moore, Emma Louise Webb, and Radina Drandova. And it tells the story of six friends who hire a medium to hold a seance via Zoom during lockdown. And of course, shit goes wrong because shit always goes wrong during these things, and evil spirits start kicking their asses one by one. Host. I have a question, and it's for my white viewing audience. Why? Why do you do these things? What is it about the prospect of speaking to something that might or might not be a dead person that seems to be a good idea? Seems like it might be fun. It might be fun to call upon the dead and invite them into your home. And guys, there has to be better stuff you can do on a Zoom chat. Seriously, go play a board game, something else. So Host, as you can tell, is a horror movie, and it's in the vein of films like Searching and more or less like Unfriended. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. Unfriended was also, I don't think it was Zoom. I think it was like a Skype chat or something like that. A group of friends get together to have a chat, and among the group, there was this girl who I think she committed suicide, and they start dying one by one, and there's reasons for that. Host is a movie that does a very similar thing. It's a Zoom chat. They use that gimmick in this movie, and they use it really well. So let's get into it. First of all, I have to say I like the as I said, the gimmick or the way this film is shot. I really think it works for this type of movie. I wish I had this kind of talent, honestly. I wish I could get together with a group of friends and shoot a horror movie using only my laptop and maybe a couple handheld cameras here and there. For what they're doing here, the whole idea being like they were doing a seance for fun, and of course somebody's disrespectful, stuff goes wrong, and they all seem to be getting knocked off. The fact that you can only see so much of what's going on the screen because it's supposed to mimic what you see through a webcam works for these types of jump scares. Now, I'm not a fan of jump scares. I think it's a very cheap way to do a horror movie. But for this type of film, where you have a lot of POV angles, jump scares can be very effective, and they tend to be in this movie, more or less. There's some that is like, okay, whatever, I saw that coming a mile away. But there are others that really, they work. They really work. And I don't get jump scares don't work on me at all usually. But I'd say there are at least two here that caught me off guard. So good on them. The acting here feels very natural. The actors themselves, there's nobody that I recognize, so it felt like you were really seeing a real group of people who got together and have this horrible thing happen to them. Of course, there's a lot of horror cliches here as well, where we have people making decisions and doing stuff that just, what else is going to happen but you're going to get killed, you know? It's like no normal person would do this. You would run out the house. But again, you know, white people. I'm sorry. I know it's a cliche, but it's true, you know. Some cliches are true. Yeah, so like I said, the acting here, they do come across quite like real people. The way it's shot, it's one room a lot of the times, and of course, you know, there's really dark hallways and that sort of thing, because it is supposed to be people's homes and apartments and stuff. So it's very effective, and the way the scares here are handled here, it builds and it's done in a way that makes you feel very uneasy from the first, you know, bump you hear or the first sound you hear in the background. You know, I'm sure a lot of people like me was just, you're not even focusing on the person in front of you. You keep looking in the background to see if you see anything moving or anything weird happening, you know. So the movie, the actors, the director, they all do really solid work here for what this is. This is a small budget horror movie, and it's pretty smart. It's not the first time it's been done. Like I said, I've seen this gimmick used before, but when it's used properly, it's very effective, and it is very effective here. And another thing I liked about this as well was there were characters here that you truly felt sympathy for. Because at the end of the day, I mean, most people would do stuff like this, and you just think, well, it's just, we're just gonna have a couple laughs here and there. We're gonna make fun of stuff. You're not expecting anything to actually happen. And what I did feel sorry for at least there are two characters here. I'm just gonna call their names, the characters' names. I think it's Caroline and Teddy, were two people who I felt did not deserve what was happening to them at all, and I really felt sympathy for them, and I felt true fear for them, because they just kind of got dragged along because the two other people made this huge mess that there was no way of fixing. So do I recommend checking this out? Absolutely. This is a fun movie to watch while you're under lockdown. Trust me. I was home alone in bed watching this, and I was like, what the hell have I gotten myself into? It's a fun little quarantine movie, and I think they did a great job. So I'm gonna give them a 6.5 out of 10, maybe even a 7. We'll see when the score pops up there what I finally decide on. But this was pretty decent, and it's not as dramatic as Searching. It's just a straightforward horror movie, but it's definitely a fun one. So I'll tell you what my score would be right now. Should see it there. And that's gonna be it for this one, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you've seen this movie, let me know what you thought of it. If you liked this video, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It's always appreciated. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can of course click on my face when it pops up somewhere over there, and you can check out past videos if you're in the mood. So until the next one, guys, bye bye.